Welcome back to the Hood Rat Trap. In the previous video, I spoke about um, offshoring diversified economies. Now I'm going to talk about the effects of the black market on the energy sector. And also, I want to clarify something of the previous video. When I said there's a lot of offshoring, I don't mean export. I mean using services from places that isn't the country and importing goods. That's what I mean. Offshoring means import. They import a lot, and very diversified tend to import because they've got the money to buy from somewhere else because they're and use different. They have the need for different things, new technologies and such and so. Problem here is now we're looking at the um, black market, guys. The black market, botsotsi, the tsotsis. A prime example of a way in which the black market, 2x actually, the black market impacts the energy sector is firstly one that's happening in Nigeria. They are stealing oil from the pipeline as it's being shipped out of the country. As it's extracted from the ground, as the operators ship the oil out the country, the people within, malicious parties within, they steal, they attack the pipelines, and they siphon off the liquid from within the pipelines. That's what the black market does. That's bad because it messes with your margins. At the same time, it makes it harder to run the operation because it has to stop now because there's a big leak. Your pump has problem. I can't tell you how much I can produce because I don't know whether they're gonna hit me and I'm gonna leak this week. How much money am I going to spend on fixing? Will insurance companies still want me? How much am I going to pay on insurance? It's going to be out of the roof, things like that. And there's another one. Another example would be izinyoga, which is a South African phenomenon. Well, not only here, it happens globally actually, where citizens make illegal connections and they take the electricity from the producer without paying for the product. And that happens a lot. And when the producer comes, cuts the people off from the system, they just wait a little, and then when the producer leaves to go and cut others who are also on illegally off from at a different location, the ones who are have just been cut off then restore their power illegally as well. Fining happens, and arrests do happen in this scenario, and in Nigeria, fining I'm sure also does happen. And arrests do happen, but there is a lot of corruption in both instances. So that is where the energy sector money from the black market comes back out into the clear market in the form of bribes being offered to officers who then do not declare their money to tag to SARS but spend it in cash for maybe groceries, their children's clothes, some holiday yana, cold drink. They call it cold drink here in South Africa. They buy cold drink with it. And by buying cold drink, they reintroduce that money back into the clear market where retailers do receive the money, even though it actually comes is regurgitated from the black market in the black market's attempts to thrive by paying its illegal fees, which is called bribes, in order to stay operational. That's how the black market affects the energy sector. Open a company, probably a security company, and you can help stop this kind of black market theft. And also, there are black market companies where you can open an illegal distillery, or not distillery, refinery, and you can steal the oil, convert the oil into diesel or petrol, and then you sell it off. Um, and it's going to be hard to trace because it's not the same product that was stolen. It's different now. But they can find and destroy. And also remember, um, there is capital required in order to establish that. So black market also does require a capital injection. So if you want to establish those informal refineries, although they do kill a lot more people because you don't pay for any of the protection that people get, you don't that it's bad for the environment, it leaks all over the place. There is a pretty penny to be made from that kind of theft because the raw material that you inject into your operation has been stolen, which means it came to you at the cost of thugs, which is basically free, minimal cost. That's where the markup comes. And when you sell it, you sell at a competitive price to the clear market. So you're basically selling it at market price or slightly below, which is a great margin, and you're not paying any taxes.